Quick introduction. I'm going to the Formula Foil World Championship at Lake Garda in September. I told you in another video. And for that I bought the Patrik Aeon, the biggest front wing, the most expensive front wing, almost €1,000 with a little bit of, what do we call it, for the getting it to you. It ends up at just around €1,000, and then you also need a bigger back wing, the 195, also costing a lot of I think 300 or something like that, and then you need the bigger fuse, the 110 V1 high power. And yeah, and I had actually planned a video just with my first experiences, but then vacation hit, and also a lot of training hit. So now you'll just get all of the footage that I have and all the explanations, and I'll talk a little bit into it. And yeah, first I'll show you the $1,000 front wing. This is what, €1,000, not dollars. And it looks just like all the other Patrik front wings, full carbon, of course. And yeah, the covers are a pain to get off with one hand. But yeah, and already a little bit wear and tear. Used it in Norway. There are some rocks in Norway. And yeah, I'm not so scared about that. But giant front wing, this is my hand. This is compared to a board. Also testing different boards. You will see later when I'm lining up with Patrik, who is doing these amazing foil tags. He's just coming back from some issues with his feet, so we practiced first time yesterday together. And yeah, that will be in the end of the video, and you can see his amazing foil tags. And yeah, more on that later. And yeah, testing the two boards and the big Patrik against the IQ foil, also more on that later. And yeah, just yesterday I'll just put it in here. I think I did a speed record with the 9.0 IQ foil sail, and this big front wing I did under 2 seconds, almost 8 knots. And yeah, I never thought I would be that fast. That's just shy of 50 kilometers an hour with a 9.0 and a 900 front wing. And yeah, and I've been practicing a lot of this. I have so many sessions already, I think almost 7 or 8, really concentrating on the foiling. And yeah, just have to get better. And yeah, I'll take you along the journey. Here we'll start with my first experiences in very rough weather with the big Patrik and the new front wing. Yeah, hope you enjoy. You can skip around a little bit in the video. Course racing, want to try the big front wing, and it's pretty more windy than I hoped for. So yeah, let's see how it goes. First run setup with the big Patrik wing. I'll bring you on all the way. Hopefully I don't destroy anything, and hopefully I will live to tell the story. First time on the Patrik Aeon side. I have remembered to tighten the air screw. First time on the big front wing. Wish me luck, guys. It's a bit more windy than I have hoped for, but yep, everything in the middle. So yeah, first run setup. Let's see how it goes. And this sail, the first couple of times, it usually rotates pretty badly. And now we have to get away from the rocks on the shore. The front wing is 1,000 euros. So front foot in. Oi, oi, oi. Ooh. Yeah, definitely not the back foot in today. Ooh. Board seems a bit slippery. Wind seems pretty strong. Ooh. Yeah. And here it's super strong. Here we go for attack. Oh yay. Oi oi oi. Here's like 20 knots almost. To work with the board is super slippery. World Cup, you are far away. Boom down. Hope for the best. There, just go. Super long harness line. Getting out of the harness lines. Yeah, so definitely can go pretty deep downwind. Yeah, as you can see, I was not comfortable at all, so having trimmed the boom a little bit lower, and yeah, then I went in a little bit later just to put the mast a little bit more forward, and yeah, wind was on the high side for my lightweight. I would say that now I've gained experience and stuff, so yesterday I actually sailed in really rough weather, even with, and still took the 9.0. I have started using my Patrik Aeon as well, as it's a little more easy to control because of the less surface area. But actually that day, moving the mast foot position a bit forward to get a little bit more control really helped a lot. And then, yeah, as you will see in the video, just progressing slowly, getting more and more used to the bigger sails and the big front wing. And now, actually yesterday I went in very rough conditions. I only did 24.4 knots, but it was against the current, and only had one crash in 2 hours, even though I was totally maxed out. So definitely there was a learning curve with this big gear, but it's coming back really quickly. And yeah, actually right now I'm at a place where I'm really enjoying this up and down stuff. And yeah, and definitely for super light wind it's way better, as you will see. It just makes sense. So yeah. lige tage den igen. You can't park there. Yep, so right now in Norway to practice for the Formula foil at Lake Garda, and you might say Norway, but look, it's 26 degrees and we have a mountain lake, and look, you can park your camper there. There's so much space, and right now we have wind. I tried another spot some days ago. It got to be a lot of pumping, just got it out of the foil and then the wind died. And you can see also out here it's probably pretty shifty, but practice makes perfect, so we have to go for some foiling. And you might ask, why is there an IQ foil board? That's because the Patrik Aeon side is such an old shape that it's too long to fit in the back of the camper, so I'm using the IQ foil board, and it's a bit more heavy, but it will also be my spare board if the Patrik breaks or the foil box comes loose, so have to put in some hours on that one too. And maybe even though it's heavier, maybe because it's a more modern shape, it's faster or easier at the touchdown. We'll see. Practice and testing makes perfect. So yeah, definitely windy now. So hopefully it will be good. Have to eat first. Woo-doo. Wifey there, camber there, mountains here, sandy bottom, even though it's mountains. Yeah, I'll take you for a ride over the lake or fjord or what it is. Yep, so if we get another gust, just here before the behind big cliff wall. Let's see if I can get some acceleration out of this. The more speed you have in the drive, the easier. And just remember, carve hard, always. And no wind here. But just carve as hard as you can. Because the shorter time you are turning, the shorter time the foil is without power from the sail. So, yeah. So also sometimes sailing on a lake, fjord, in the mountains, in the beautiful, beautiful mountains, the wind takes a break. As you can see right now, we are at maybe 1-2 meters per second, and yeah. So now it's just time to really just sit down, cool the feet off in the water, in the beautiful clear water, and yeah, just as a the weather is just great, even though there's no wind. But yeah, I think there's a new wind line coming up there. I don't know if you can spot it. So maybe a minute or so there will be wind again. So it's just, yeah, have to remember to relax, and you can always tighten your foil. I have done that 2 times, so I'm sure it not goes loose, and work with the boom height or anything. But yeah, so now in a little bit you will see in my hair that the wind is coming back. And yeah, oh, is it too sweaty? Hard to tell, but Hej Bommer. Der var vand på linsen, Clara. This is just stupid! Come on! Hvad siger du? En gang til. Ja!
Ja, det går ret stærkt. Og foile.
Started the session on the IQ foil board, and yeah, I've been using that in Norway all the time, and then I switched to the Patrik Aeon side when I had the chance to line up with Frederick, and yeah, it's way more difficult to sail, so I will make less mistake, but it's a little bit faster, but you can see that in the footage. So yeah, so probably be using the IQ foil board now. I changed a little bit the setup and removed the back straps on the Patrik, so I need to try that and change the angle of the front straps, so need to give it some more goes, and I have some anti-slip broad so I can make the deck less slippery. Helt inde på det lave?
Ja, der.
Frederick and me are both on the IQ sail 9 square meters, as we are thinking we are using that for the World Championship. Frederick was the guy who got me into going to the World Championship. And some thoughts about that is that you're doing up and downwind racing. That means full fleet, which is always a bit more entertaining than the small slalom heats. Also, the races are longer and you're not kicked out in the first round if you're not good enough. So I think that's a very good idea. And if you want more time racing, of course you have to know about ley lines and stuff, but that will come. And as you can see, Frederick, same foil as me as well, also the 900 Patrik frontwing, and we have the slalom mast both, and the long fuse, and the big front back wing. So you can just see how many meters I'm losing every time he does a foil tag on me. I can point a little bit higher, but I'm losing it all because sometimes get stuck. So definitely the Patrik frontwing is super easy to sail, and I have had it up to like almost 27 knots, so that's crazy. So I'll keep working on it, and see you on the next one.